Michael, talk to me. How you doing? How you feeling?
Speak to me.
What do you know? What should I know?
What do you know?
Go.
Do you know?
Oh.
What?
And should you know? How to insert a tampon? No.
Oh my God! You
Say
paused
what?
for a second, like you were gonna be serious.
Do you know and should you know your plan in life?
Oh my God.
My plan.
Fuck.
We're like expanding on the meaning of life here.
Well, that's
All right, well, I'll go
no.
first just to let you know.
Okay.
I have no idea.
that's completely 100% fair. I'm with you in that.
Like,
that
so-
Because
department.
I've recently had doubts about the whole graphic design thing.
Oh, okay.
And
Understandable.
then I just, it was such a random urge too. For some reason, out of nowhere, I thought I wanted to become an EMT. And then I looked, how much the wages are that they make.
And you're like, never mind.
And like it averages out to like 17 per hour, like the salary. And I was just like,
That's probably
It's
on a
not
case
terrible,
by case,
but
though.
yeah.
no,
Mm.
it's like 35K.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No, I'm saying like if
depending on where you were.
that might be like starting. I mean, if you put like 20 years in,
Where
there's
did
no way you're still making 35.
May I ask
True.
where that came from? Just from
I have no idea. I don't know. Just the one day I was just
Now-
like, I don't,
is
Wanna
your
save lives?
questioning of graphic design coming from a new interest in photography?
That's it.
No, I just thought about how competitive the field is now, and like it's just, and I know people that are into graphic design, and like a lot of them that have a degree are like doing something else and
Yeah.
just doing that on the side, and then the others that aren't, like I've noticed like if they get laid off or like they leave a job, like they're on unemployment for like a year before they can even find anything else.
A lot of contracting and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is,
Does that mean you seek stability?
shitty. I'd like to think I don't, but
Maybe
I
you do.
definitely do.
I do, 110%.
But I
Sorry,
don't
sorry.
want to be like that. I hate.
You don't want to rely.
I don't want to just fall in line.
Yeah, yeah,
with
me
everyone
neither.
else and be like, all right, I'm just gonna fucking go do this for the rest of my life.
You've gotten very passionate about not wanting to do that
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, when I was fucking hammered, I was like, oh, I fucking hate this. I'm done. But
yeah, no, I agree with that. I don't know what I want to do.
What's your plan, Nick?
Well, up until for most of my life, my plan was to be a doctor.
Dr. Nesser.
Dr. Nesser.
Dr. Nick.
That's why he's the
And-
resident
And
scientist.
finally, like as I was going through school, and I majored in biochemistry, I minored in math. I graduated with 142 credits. So I was taking a lot of classes, and I was taking a lot of maths and a lot of science.
What do you need to graduate?
I needed only 128.
Yeah.
Oh,
But because I wanted the math minor, I needed the extra. So I crammed that all into 4 years. And by my senior year, my last 2 semesters had been all math and science. My final semester was math and science. And I was like, I can't do another 4 years of this. Like, I'll jump off a bridge if I do another 4 years of this, because I was already hating my life as it was. I was having pretty much no fun. The only thing keeping me sane was my girlfriend, meeting her and being with her and whatnot, because I basically didn't have any other fun. Like, my roommates were cool guys, so they kept me engaged. Like, they'd pull me away from my homework every now and then. They'd be like, Nick, watch a new episode of Dragon Ball Super with us or whatever, or watch whatever they watched.
Naruto
anime.
Shippuden.
They didn't watch Naruto, but you get the idea. And
Fuck was that?
that's an anime.
Yeah, it's an
I don't
anime,
watch
Kevin. Don't make fun,
don't
Kevin,
watch
just because
it,
you don't know the
There was
names.
A noise came from this area of the room.
His tummy.
No.
But yeah, so I finally was like, I don't want to do this. So I'm not doing med school. All right, well, I have a biochemistry degree. What now? So I got a job in biochem, and I was just like, wow, I really don't like this either. So then I was like, all right, where can I go that I might like, that I can use my brain, that I can always get better at on my own time and do, always train on my own. And there's a curve, if you take a graph of effort and economic success, in my mind at least, computer science is the closest to a nice straight line that there is out of any other industry, because that's a field where you can truly show like, hey, I can do this or that. Whereas another job, like let's say I stayed in biochemistry, the only way for me to grow was to be like, look, I have 2 years of work in biochemistry. And I don't like that. I don't like that I have to rely on experience rather than taking my own efforts into account, you know? So I've been trying to make the switch into computer science. Obviously not easy without the degree. But I'm still trying. But even, you know, I might not even like this. I might get my first CS job and I might hate that too. And then what, you know? So honestly, plan right now is computer science, but I don't have a plan. I just want to be happy. Make money.
It's a good start.
Yeah.
See, with like your plan was like a lot about job. I mean, that's just your hot topic currently.
A lot
for
about
you in
what?
life,
Sorry?
like jobs right now,
Yeah.
just because you're hunting and stuff.
Yep.
My exactly what you ended with. My only plan is to fucking just travel,
Yeah, that's what I want
enjoy
to
the
do.
times.
Yeah.
I don't really care what I'm doing as long as I don't hate it. I like my
Yeah.
job now.
I don't want to hate it.
I'm at this point. I'm not gonna. If I'm in a job I don't like, I'm not gonna be there. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's easier to say when you
When you
need
don't
a
have bills,
paycheck and
yeah.
stuff like that. I mean, I got bills, but not where I'm like supporting a house or anything like
Yep,
that.
yep.
I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think I've had a job yet that I even like remotely liked.
Yeah, I know. I've always dreaded going to work.
Seriously.
Yeah,
Always.
I like my job now, and it is nice. It's not like you're
Yeah.
waking up and you're like, "Fuck!" Like I
Yeah.
don't wake up like that anymore, which is awesome.
It's gotta be amazing.
Yeah,
Like Sundays weren't even fun. Sundays I would just be like, wow, I have to go to work tomorrow.
I mean I think that's everyone on Sunday.
But
though.
like a
dread the
miserable,
entire
like
day.
a literal dread, not like a crap work tomorrow, like a literal wow, I don't want to do another week of this. This is
Thank God
terrible.
you get out of
Yeah.
there.
Dude, it's rough. Good people, but it was rough.
What is your plan, Kevin?
Finish college,
Yes,
First,
that's
That's it.
first and foremost.
get a job,
2.
Yob.
and
Yup.
then
Yob.
see, I'd want to work for a few years and then establish myself. I just want to make money first, and then sort of, because I mean I have a lot of impending
Debt.
Yeah,
debt that I have
the
to
fun that we all will.
that I have to
endure.
get out of the way. So once I get some of that stuff squared away, then I'll sort of try to focus on and
Finding something
Figure
you
it
like.
out.
discover what it is I'm meant to do on this planet.
I will
Fair.
allow this world to endure some little Brandons somewhere down the line. That should be good.
I'd love to have a little Kev running
A
around.
little Kevy.
Kevin the third.
Little Kevbot.
Kevbot, Ink.
Kevbot the third.
Production of Kevbot Inc.
Wait,
Yeah,
your dad's name is Kevin?
we have the same. I am a
didn't know that.
junior.
K. Matthews Jr. on his stuff. I mean, do you think?
Yeah, right. Do you pay attention?
Right.
Hey, Dad.
Well, somebody in our fantasy draft was
Oh,
Kevin Matthews Sr., so
a lot of
We're
confusing
not
names.
dads.
There was Griff's Team 1, Griff's Team 2, Griff's Team 3.
Yeah, At one point,
Beautiful.
right? Mike, what's your plan then? As you try to rediscover your plan, what if you figured out what you want to do? What's after that? What do you see yourself in 15 years? Where do you see yourself in 25 years?
I hate that question.
I know it's the worst. I hate when people as that's like a job interview question.
Yeah.
It's fucking nonsense.
It is nonsense.
It means nothing.
It means nothing.
I mean, obviously, like that's an obvious question too. Where do you see yourself in 15 years?
Probably not here.
Hopefully, financially well off.
Not here.
Maybe I'll have a significant other.
Yeah,
Fucking
I've never been asked
15
that.
years?
So
15 years. Think about what
That'd be
we're at.
37.
Jesus, that's scary. We're old.
Like you better have your
37,
shit
yeah.
together
Yeah,
by
37.
37.
Hoping.
Yeah, I definitely would want to have kids by then.
yeah, well, healthy.
If you were
too.
gonna, yeah.
Yeah.
Nick, you want kids right now, right?
Well, what's...
I did, but now I don't. I
Actually, I
can
kind of want
wait.
to ask that question, though. What's, like, the year you would want to have kids by?
30.
30?
Yeah, it's a pretty good time point. Maybe a
Well,
little
no,
later.
not like. I'm not putting a hard.
Yeah,
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 I
yeah,
know,
no.
but, like, I'm
It's not like,
saying,
all right, floodgates are open.
It's actually early.
Like,
Like,
I'm saying, like, because some people want to have their kids young enough to where, like, when they're in high school, you'd still be able to be, like, pretty active with them. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's
Like,
my mom and dad.
No, there's that. Like because like my parents have experience because my parents had. I think my dad was like 27 when I was born or something like that, or I don't know. But yeah, around that. And like now they're at the point where they can literally they're just living now. Like
Yeah.
where me and my brothers
You
are
guys-
all
yeah.
older and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Can all
But
take
now
care of
he has
yourselves.
he has friends that are almost 50 and they're having their first kids.
yeah.
It's
And like
nuts.
all while while we were growing up, my dad was around us and stuff. Like he had those guys texting him like, "Oh, come out, come do this." Come do this. And he's like, "No, I got this
Now
going
it's
on."
switched.
And now it's switched where my dad's like, "I'm ready to go
Party.
out. Like, let's go."
That's where I struggled because for the longest time I wanted that, where I was like,
But
I don't want to be the old dad,
Yeah,
you know. But now it's like, well, I want to travel, as I said. I mean, my
Yep.
girlfriend both want to travel. You can't travel once you have kids. It's over
And you can't travel when
Well,
you're
no,
old.
You travel.
with them.
No.
Yeah, you travel with them.
but I mean,
After.
well, yeah, that's what I'm getting to, where it's like the
I'd rather
inverse.
do it. I'd rather do a lot before. Though.
Exactly, because
A
then
lot.
that's
but
what I
how-
want to
but
do.
How long do you need to do that?
I mean, you gotta.
Depends how much you want to see.
Yeah, I want to see
You
a
want to
lot.
see everything. It's going to take a few
years.
Well,
Not
that's
gonna
what
be
I'm
it.
saying. You could split the difference, like before and after, but like beforehand, you do like the crazy shit. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly.
Where you're, like jumping off a fucking
Yeah, like, I'd
waterfalls
still
and
wanna
shit
go
like
Not even that,
it's-
just because
but
shit
yeah.
is so fucking expensive once you have a
is.
family.
Huh?
It's
Yeah.
stupid. You
It
can't do
is.
anything.
They said the average is that you spend $1 million on one kid. Like the average like American home
Fuck me
spends
dead.
$1 million on one kid lifetime.
Did you have a seizure? Are you okay?
I have disagreements about that notion, but that's besides the point. We
What
can have
was
that
it?
conversation another time.
I don't know what that means.
Don't worry about it. Let's move
Well, I mean,
forward.
it's a broad statement when you say the average.
Yeah,
American
I
home.
know. I know. It
Everyone's
is.
home is different.
Everyone's home is different. But anyways,
Why? Like, did you just have to like fend for like
no,
money
no,
when you were a
no,
child?
no. I was very blessed. But moving forward,
Okay, you're scaring me.
Things about to dive across the table.
I started in a different direction, and I realized it
Okay.
wasn't- not the time.
Should you know your plan in life?
I think it depends on the person.
You should have a general sense of what the fuck
Yeah.
it is you want.
I think some people don't even
Think about it.
Yeah,
want to think about it in a way.
yeah, it's scary.
You got to want it first.
Yeah, you can't just, even if you don't have a plan of like what you want to do to make you happy, you have to find something to at least do while you're trying to find that. You know.
There's so many people that like I look at on like Facebook and stuff that we knew, and I'm like, is that really what you want to be doing at this point? Like, does that make you happy? If it does, I don't fucking care. But I just feel like some people you look at and they're like, do you think about this? I think about it. I'm trying to preserve a good future.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what's the point? I mean, we
Well,
could all
even
die
that-
tomorrow, so whatever. But
yeah, like do it. Like you said, like just doing other shit to keep you happy along the way. Like even that, like the other day, like how I said I like haven't really been playing like many video games.
Yeah.
Like normally that day I got home from work really early. Normally that day I would have fucking played Smite for 8 hours straight. But instead I went out into the woods behind my house and I went as far back as I like
Could.
never have before, like with my camera just taking pictures and shit. And it's like
I had a good
I don't
time.
know, yeah.
it's about the. You guys are gonna have to vamp while I think about this quote. I gotta look it up.
Vamp? What
What
does
the
that
fuck
even
is
mean?
Vamp. Just keep talking.
Is that a
Made up
pyramid
about
scheme?
Wolf?
It is. It is
Like,
a.
what is
It is a word. Hold on.
Sounds like the pyramid scheme with those energy drinks.
The pyramid.
Vima,
Oh, that was so old, dude.
vamp.
I wonder
That's
if
what
those
it sounds
people are
like.
still preaching about that shit.
It wasn't bad. It didn't taste bad, but
But
it's a reverse funnel.
some people got cars out of it. But it had Vima all over it.
Yeah, it's
That's
pointless.
dumb. Well, I can't find this. I think you should know your
Me?
plan in life.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you specifically, Nick.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know why you
Yeah.
think I addressed that to you.
I don't know.
You better
I-
damn well have your plan
For
figured
me.
out.
I mean, the plan is it can always be variable. It can always be changing. You know. So is it if you're changing it too much, is it really a plan?
I think it's crazy that it's except like the way things are now. You're asking an 18-year-old kid
Oh,
Yeah.
it's,
to decide to go on
What-
this expensive path
yeah. Pay
to
hundreds of
decide.
thousands.
They decide at that point in time, this is what I want to do. When
I
you have
hate
no
it.
idea whether or not
Yeah.
it's actually something you want to do, and you
I
drop,
mean,
and then you're living the rest of your like what I'm doing right now is all I think about all the time is how am I gonna fucking start paying this debt off,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I'm gonna have to start paying back my loans before I'm actually done with school.
That's
No,
crazy.
no.
Like,
This
fuck.
weight on everyone's back that we have to live with. It sucks.
That's what Nick had told me at one point in time. He's like, Dude, I wouldn't even. I like don't even want to pay him because I know there's what was it like
The
it's
bubble, the bubble
gonna
of
burst.
unpaid student debt is ridiculous right now. It's in the trillions, and it's gonna burst. In my head, I was like,
What's the
"Why
point?
pay it?
Yeah.
It's just gonna blow up anyway."
just
But
destroy your credit.
that's also not good either. So it's more joking. but
Lose.
You get the idea. It is a lose lose.
Nick, I almost took that seriously, you son of a bitch.
Kevin
mean-
took that as strict life advice.
I was gonna say
Nick.
if there was anything to take somewhat seriously, I don't think that would be the worst thing. Honestly, think about it. If you owe someone 5,000, you're in deep trouble. But if someone owes you, or I'm messing up the quote, but the main idea is if you're owed 5,000, never mind. Let's
Oh,
revisit
you're
this
good.
another day.
Wait, is that like a real thing though? Like, you know how there's like the mortgage loan, like the whole market for that.
Yeah, it crashed
It's
back
like,
in 2008.
is the student loan like its actual own like market? Like, can it actually crash?
Well, it probably is. Like you have to think about it. Most of us get our loans from the government. Some people get it from the banks if they don't have enough to cover. So all that money we're borrowing from the government. If they don't get it back, then they lose that money, or the debt gets assumed by someone else. So either the banks buy it out, or we have China buy it out in the form of bonds or
I
something
just don't
like
think
that.
it could ever crash unless the only way is if everyone just stopped. But that'll
Well,
never.
that's what I
happen.
mean,
thought
'cause-
about the mortgage loans and shit.
Yeah, and
And
people.
then it did.
The thing with the student loans is people are going to school for thousands and thousands of dollars debt, and they're fighting each other for entry level jobs at $12 an hour.
Yeah.
There's too much competition. You were talking about with the graphic design earlier. There's too much competition. There's too much competition in every field because there's too many people on earth that need work, and we're only automating more jobs as we go along too. So there's
Losing
less work
jobs
available.
and having more people.
Yeah, exactly. So it's going to be, we're eventually, I mean, I'm going super into this right now, but in probably within a few 10 to 100 years, we're going to have to start having a universal basic income because no one's going to have any work. We're just going to have machines doing everything. But that's long down the road. That'll be after.
We're all just commies. Just
Yeah.
We'll have to be.
Everyone
Communism
has
will
to
be the only.
smile.
Now.
That sadly
Everyone
will
take
be.
your happy pills today.
Yeah, we will eventually move towards a communist nation as there's no more jobs. Because what are people going to
Things are
do?
getting so dire.
Yeah.
It
Have
took
you
a
guys seen
turn.
anything about that game?
We happy few.
Yeah,
We happy few. Yeah, I wanna
That's
play
what I-
that.
fucking
Yeah.
creepy.
That's what I just thought of.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, that will.
Nick just took us to a dystopian.
Sorry.
Now
Sorry.
we're
Well, I mean,
living in
it's-
the dumps.
That's not a dystopia if we all have a universal basic income and everything's being done for us, right?
I
You
think
say
that would.
this-
I think that would turn very quickly
Yeah.
into a dystopian.
Well,
There's
world
actually
that we
people
envision.
like people that were talking about that, like just having a whole life where there's no jobs or anything.
Yeah.
You don't have to work for anything like that. I don't know.
Tis,
go either
Crazy
way.
People, though.
Tis is the 18th episode.
That didn't make any sense.
18th or 19th, one of those.
Tis is.
Tis
it's
is.
not. a
Tis
thing
is.
you
This
said.
is.
Tis.
See, in my
Isn't tis
language,
this is.
Tis.
tis in my language means this. It's my language. I can talk however
In
the fuck
your
I want. Yeah, tis is. The 18th or 19th episode of the
The
Four Play
burden,
Podcast.
the burden of communication is on the speaker.
Tis the 18th episode.
Wait, is tis supposed to be this and is put
I thought
together?
tis is
Yes,
this and
it's
is.
a conjunction.
okay.
Is that what that is? A conjunction?
Yeah, something like that.
Conjunction function.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah.
They're all wrong. Well, if you liked any part
Alright,
of what we
catch your
did today,
feeling.
you can come to youtube.com/4play video to subscribe to our channel. We need you to do that. We also need you to tell a friend 1, 2, 3, or 4. Help us grow to do things so I could touch Nick's nipples on camera and he could
Disturbing.
fight me. Or maybe
It
not.
could be a Sunday special.
That's disgusting.
Sunday night fight night.
I don't like that. Thank you guys for watching and or listening to another episode. We will see you a different time or place.
Birthday shout out to Christopher.
Woo!
Hey!
Who's not.
Thank you guys for watching or listening.
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/4playvideo.
If you like what we're doing, make sure to smash that like button.
Be sure to share all our videos with your friends so we could continue to grow. And we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.